Hi everyone, delonewolf here, and meet the next challenger, Bicolor Duck, who just arrived in system. So I'm going to undock, head over to planet 6, and then I'll give him the necessary instructions. And I'm curious to see if he'll be able to stop the winning streak of my Tristan. So planet 6, warp within 0. Warp P6, not at 0. I'll activate my damage control, get my drones ready, and let's see if my brawler fit Tristan can get another one. Bicolor Duck, he's been one of my earlier subscribers, so it's pretty cool that I can have a duel with him. I think he's played for about as long as me. I should be arriving on grid any second now. And let's see if Bicolor Duck shows up and at what range. I've already told him that once you're on grid, there he comes in a Merlin. You're free to post fit. I forgot that part, so let's post our fits quickly. That's mine. He'll post his. I'll start my targeting. And now all I have to do is issue the challenge. Pilot, invite to a duel. And here we go. Orbit at 1000. We're good to go. Launching my drones. Almost forgot that one. Let's see what we're up against. He doesn't seem to be afraid to come close. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of damage. So I'll have to start ripping, have to overload. Oh my god, how much damage is he putting out? And he's pulling back his shields quite nicely. There go my armor. I fully overloaded. Let's see, my armor is pulling back, but I can't make a dent in those shields. So that smells an awful lot like an ASB to me. Look at that, fully overloaded, but not much. I can't even make a dent in that. Keep going, little Tristan. Come on. If I can only survive his reps, but I can't. Man, that was a short one. Good duel, good duel. Very nicely done. Let's head straight for the... Let's head straight for the station, and then I'll have to take a look. I'll have to take a look at his fit, but yeah, that Merlin totally overpowered me in a brawl. And to be fair, I even increased my damage because I put 2 damage rigs in there for increased rate of fire and increased hybrid damage. So, yep. Interestingly enough, that Merlin, I couldn't make a dent in him. So he had talked about giving the ASB a go. So let's have a quick look once I'm docked and somewhat safe. What that feat was that I was up against. And if that is indeed an ASB, it may just be a little bit overpowered. Come on. Ah, my combat timer was still up, so let's dock here. And yeah, goodbye little Tristan. Bicolor Duck broke its streak. And let's have a look at renamed ship here. 3 model light neutron particle accelerators. What's the meta on those? Meta level 4s. Warp celerity. So that's gives extra hit points, I think. Increased maximum strength of the shield. Yeah. Afterburner, not a micro warp drive, and yeah, there you go, an ancillary shield booster. Obviously, that's the reason I couldn't make a dent in there. Then a warp scrambler in the low slot. Increased damage for hybrid turrets. Man, I could fit all that. Power core supplements the main power core, providing more power, and a peripheral damage, yeah, damage control even. Anti-thermal, anti-EM, and ancillary current router for extra power grid. Yeah, so that's a very tanky ship, obviously, with increased reinforcements there as well. Antimatter charge is normal, and then cap booster, 71 cap booster still available. I don't really know how far it was. Maybe I should ask how far from empty was the ancillary shield booster. So that was pretty interesting, but yeah, obviously I didn't stand a chance against that ASB like that. It was empty. Ooh, interesting. That's very interesting. So actually, it might not be as overpowered as I had first thought. Let's quickly take my Tristan there. So it's the one you already know. 2 meta 3 guns, no, also meta 4 guns, micro warp drive, a web and a scram, explosive membrane for the whole, small armor repair, damage control, and then I did take 2 rigs in there, which is small hybrid collision accelerator for extra damage output, and another rig for rate of fire for the hybrid turrets. Because they really don't cost that much, and I have Antimatter S and then 5 warrior ones. So that's actually pretty interesting. That his ancillary shield booster was actually empty of charges. That does mean last 10 seconds of the fight was on buffer. There you go. There you go. So yeah, that's actually with either a bit better tank on my end, or of course the big disadvantage of his fit is that he seemed to need an afterburner. So a kiting setup would be a lot more easy against an ASB fitted Merlin like that, if indeed it means that because of the ASB, I'm assuming it's a series shield booster, yeah, it's actually ASB, that for fitting purposes, reasons he can only fit the afterburner and not the micro warp drive. So it's an interesting module. The fight might not make it look like it was that close. Indeed, I couldn't really make a dent in the shields of that Merlin. But considering that in the last 10 seconds he was on buffer, there was no way he would have been able to come back. If my tank had held up, the fight would have gone completely the other way. So there you go. Thank you very much by Color Duck. Very interesting duel, and I'll have to keep those ASBs in mind because they are very powerful, of course. And I'll see you all next time.